I don't know why I'm live, but I'm live. I'm live. I'm here with you guys. Come on in. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hameda says it's snowing in BC. Where's that? Where's BC? It's snowing. Lord, please do not even speak of snow. We have beautiful weather here in New York right now. 70-degree weather. I'm out. Look, my arms out. I'm like, yes, come on, 70-degree weather. I went for another long walk today, not 3 miles. I said yesterday I was doing a little too much. Now I'm feeling it in my quads. I'm feeling it in my hamstrings. I'm feeling it in my calves. I should be stretching and not on live. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. This is an informal live, but of course we will be talking about the hot topics and whatnot. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm ranting. I'm ranting. TT says, go to bed, Camp. Wow. Not go to bed. It's 9 o'clock. All right. Fifi, I just started. Where's everyone watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. I was just here plotting and planning what I want to talk about for the live show happening this Friday here in New York City. Thank you to C Green. You're the only one answering me. Okay. Oh, and Angel. Thank you. Thank you. There's a delay. Okay. Um, so I'm plotting and planning what I want to talk about. There's so much to talk about. I was live earlier with the Green Room 42 on their IG account, and I was just talking about some of the things. And we were talking about Beverly Hills, which is so funny because some of you said, I don't care about Beverly Hills. You don't want me to talk about Beverly Hills. And I completely understand. I might make a mention. I might make a mention. Okay. All right. We got a lot of people watching from different places: Dallas, Texas, Oakland, California. Oakland? Yeah. Oakland, California, Los Angeles, DMV, Maryland. Live from Rhode Island. Are you excited about Real Housewives of Rhode Island? Cincinnati, British Columbia. That's what you're talking about. Snow in British Columbia. South Jersey near Philly, near Carroll County, in Maryland. Kentucky's in the building. I've never been to Kentucky. I mean, there's a lot of states I haven't been to. Just certain states that stand out to me and that kind of make me go, I wonder what life is like there. Belize is in the building. What's going on? Ottawa's in the building. Mexico City. What's going on, Mexico City? Ontario, Canada. Not Staten Island. Still, unfortunately. Hey, Alma. Alma, are you coming to the live show? I hate to put you on the spot. Just asking. You don't have to. You can get the live stream. Tickets are already almost sold out. Sold out. We're not completely sold out, but tickets are almost sold out. For let me double check right now. We're basically sold out. For those that don't understand tour lingo or anything like that, if you sell, I believe it's like 80% of the venue, that's considered sold out. But we've done more than that. We're basically like 10 tickets left. But yes, at the same time, yay, yay. Trinidad's in the building. Hey, Foxy. Not Foxy. Well, hey, Foxy, but hey, Judy. I'm reading Judy's comment. All right. St. Lucia's in the building. New Orleans is in the building. What's going on, everyone? Let me see. Let me see how many tickets are left, y'all. Let me see. I'm just basing it off of. I'm just doing. I don't have the official numbers in front of me. Y'all, I think we are. All I see that are left. Oh wait, no. No, no, no. Okay, I think there's room in the booths, but the premium booths, there's only 2 tickets left. Ringside is sold out. Premium in the yellow part is sold out. The booths seems to have some room. Look, the booth seems to have some room. I don't know how much room. Main dining is sold out. Side to the back sold out. Venue tickets, I mean the venue stream, go get your tickets. They according to the venue stream update, they said the streaming link will be sent before the show. So they're not going to send it to you immediately when you purchase your ticket. They will send it before the show. So for those that might be confused, I saw there was some confusion in regards to that. When you bought your venue stream, that's the live stream ticket. They tell you right under that, streaming link will be sent before the show. So, Kempire After Dark live this Friday. The villain era continues. Okay. Tanya says, bought my live stream ticket this afternoon. Thank you, Tanya. See you on Friday. Malaysia says, I bought my live stream ticket. Thank you so much, Malaysia. Yes, guys, more information on the Kempire After Dark live show will be available in the description. Let's get, one of the stories I have not talked about is that Rihanna story. So there's a couple of stories that I've bookmarked that I would like to just give you an update on in regards to what's been going on. So let me just pull this up. Because there was this lady that was arrested for pow pow powing bullets at Rihanna's Beverly Hills home. And apparently Rihanna was home. But not only that, multiple people were home. I think they said like 9 people were home. Let me pull that up again because I accidentally closed that article. They said like 9 people were home at the time. Let me just pull this up. And as I'm doing that, guys, don't forget to like the video. It's easy, free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Yes, apparently this woman has been posting about Rihanna for a while. For a while, like deranged things she's been posting about Rihanna. So TMZ reported that Ivana Lizette Ortiz has officially been charged with attempted, I can't say the word, and assault in connection with the pow 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 at Rihanna's Los Angeles area home. See, this is what makes me concerned about Rihanna because she so wants to be a regular person and she goes shopping on her own, but not really. She's always out in public. She's very this is what concerns me about Rihanna being so free sometimes like that because Rihanna, yes, she's very down to earth, but she's also a very very famous person. So they said Ortiz is a 35-year-old woman from Florida, was charged Tuesday with 1 count of attempted, 9 counts of assault with a firearm, 2 counts of pow pow powing into an inhabited dwelling, and 1 count of pow pow powing a motorcycle. Wait, a motor vehicle, they said. According to the Los Angeles Times, they said she's accused of firing off multiple rounds into the Grammy winner's home. See, here's the thing with that, and this is what's luckily no one was hurt. Someone could have walked out, one of her kids could have walked out innocently and been harmed. That's scary. She's accused of firing off multiple rounds into the Grammy winner's home following the pow pow pow. Police trailed Ortiz's white Tesla Model 3 into a shopping center parking lot where they arrested her. Ortiz was later booked for attempted and held in custody with bail set at $10.2 million. Because these are some serious charges against her. So Hal Rowan, an attorney for Ortiz's ex-husband, Jed Nico Valdez Sengalagalang, tells TMZ that Ortiz was previously Baker acted in Florida prior to 2023, meaning that she was placed in a psychiatric facility against her will under state law, which permits up to 72-hour involuntary or voluntary psychiatric holds. She's also made comments about Kim Kardashian. According to court docs obtained by TMZ in April of 2024, a Florida judge awarded her ex-husband a full physical custody of their child, stripping Ortiz of all contact. The order bars her from any in-person phone, video, text, email, or third-party communication with the child until further order from the court. So this woman is deranged. Disturbingly, Ortiz seemed to be preoccupied with Rihanna for some time before the pow pow pow. She appeared to post about the umbrella artist and shared videos in which she mentioned the singer's unaliving. That's scary. That really, really is scary. So TMZ had an update in regards to this story. So prosecutors claimed that there were 9 people on Rihanna's property when Ivana Lizette Ortiz allegedly opened fire, which appears to be why she's charged with 9 counts of assault with a firearm. The folks on the property, Rihanna, ASAP Rocky, and the couple's 3 children, plus Rihanna's mom, Hollywood talent agent Tracy Jacobs, and 2 other individuals, according to new legal docs obtained by TMZ. Isn't that crazy? OMG. We haven't had a chance to really report on this story, but I wanted to report today since we're doing like just a Hot Topics Live. So Ivana Lizette Ortiz appeared in court for the first time since being arrested and charged in connection with the Pow 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 at Rihanna's home. Ortiz showed up wearing a blue jumpsuit and her hair was in braids. Ortiz's Tuesday court appearance comes after, excuse me, y'all, comes after being charged with attempted and assault. Her lawyer entered a plea and then withdrew it. Her next court appearance is March 25th. The Florida woman is still in custody and bail has been set at $1.8 million. I guess they changed it? I don't think they should have changed it from the 10 point, and not that she can get any of this money anyway. Ortiz waived her right to a speedy trial, and the judge issued protective orders for Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Ortiz has also been ordered to surrender her pow pow pows. What I don't understand in this country of the Americas, why a woman that was held on a psychiatric hold in Florida is able to access this level of armory. This is the problem with America. This woman was held in a psychiatric hold before. Recently, she can't see her children, her child, but she's able to get access to a gun. Um. Oh. They say that they set bail at 1.8 million, but she was later held on 10.2 million-dollar bail. I'm glad. They said Ortiz has a history of mental health struggles, and in a YouTube video posted January 4th, this past January, Ortiz speaks about Rihanna in a pretty disturbing way. Clutching a praying woman's journal, she appears to accuse Rihanna of trying to unalive her. What's more, Ortiz appears to say that when Rihanna is no longer with us, God will take Ortiz to her quote future. In another video uploaded to YouTube on here's my problem, YouTube. Someone could upload this, but then some random video of mine, not to say this happened recently, but it makes me worried that random videos that really don't have anything like this, you will limit or block. But this is on YouTube? In another video uploaded on YouTube January 21st, Ortiz seems to give a similar rant while holding the same book. In the second clip, Ortiz appears to liken Rihanna's face to the devil before delving into a tirade about homework. There is no known connection between Rihanna and Ortiz. Okay. Um, Tanya says, I wonder, is her home secured? Because how did that happen? Well, I've never seen Rihanna's home, but it wasn't. It looks like she pow 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 at her gate. So I don't know if it really would have had, but she had like an AR blah blah blah. So I don't know. First of all, I'm more concerned as to how she is able to gain access to that type of weaponry. And you had a psychiatric hold not too long ago. I don't know, but welcome to America. Mm, okay, so that's the update on the Rihanna story. That's crazy. I'm glad no one was hurt. I'm glad no one was hurt. I will add timestamps later on. I can't promise tonight because you see it's already 9 something. Maybe tomorrow morning? I have a busy day. It's a busy week. I have a live show on Friday. What do I have to do tomorrow? Look, I got a meeting. I got another. Wait, what? I got to look at my schedule. I got to look at my calendar. All right. All right. Oh Lord, I'm missing all of your comments. Hold on. Let me say thank you. Sorry, y'all. I'm missing all of your comments. Tufoxy says literally just purchased my live stream. Tix, thank you so much, Tufoxy. Appreciate you. All right, I missed all of your comments, y'all. It wasn't moving. Sorry. She looked off too, says K Monet. She does. She does. Speaking of off, it's been so long since we talked about 90 Day Fiancé. But I have to talk about this because we've talked about 90 Day Fiance. We talked about Angela for years. Okay, you remember it's Tuesday. Remember Tuesday Takeover? And that's when we would talk about 90 Day Fiance. So this feels fitting for us to give you an update on 90 Day Fiance, right? It was a bullet in the wall, too. Lord have mercy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. So I have an update in regards to 90 Day Fiance. Angela and Michael are officially divorced. I didn't realize that they were still married, but it's been a long journey. Remember, most of the time that he spent was in Nigeria. Oh, Alma, I'll see you at the show on Friday. I'm glad to see that you're coming all the way from Staten Island. I appreciate it even more. Honestly, I appreciate that even more than flying in from somewhere else. No, I'm joking, but it's basically. All right. So according to TMZ, 90 Day Fiancés, Angela Deem and Michael, I'm not going to even butcher the last. Wait, maybe I can. Samni hashed out a divorce deal that covered issues like support and the division of property. What property? What property do they have? Basically, as soon as he moved to America, the relationship was over. But they've covered issues like support and the division of property, including their car collection. What car collection? Per the settlement obtained by TMZ, the exes do not own any real property. Okay. Angela and Michael will retain possession and use of any cars titled in their respective names. What cars? You just got here. Angela and Michael will also be responsible for any debts in their name according to the court docs. What debts? He just got here. The paperwork says that Angela will keep all her retirement accounts. Well, she married him when she was retired. Okay. The settlement says neither party will pay alimony. I'm sure Angela's happy about that. He's just happy. Here's the thing. Michael won. Michael from Nigeria won. He wanted to come to America because, and he came to Donald Trump's America because if you remember watching 90 Day Fiancé, he was a big Donald Trump fan. Remember? Remember? So he came to America just when Donald Trump is ready to send him back. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That would be really cruel for him, wouldn't it? Did Michael get citizenship? I don't know. Does anyone know? I don't know if he got citizenship. He might have his green card though, because he married her. He was in Nigeria for years, married to Angela. He played the long game. He's a green card holder, Maureen says. Thank you. That's what I figured. Spolston said he worked for that citizenship. I don't think he got the citizenship. And this is not going to be the time to try and get a citizenship. Maureen says he got his green card upon arrival to the US. See? So, I mean, that don't mean anything in Trump's America. But he loves Trump. So, would I boo-hoo for Michael if something was to happen? Look, where his because I remember when he was wearing the Donald Trump drawers that she bought for him to Nigeria. God bless me says he earned that green card. I mean, he did. If you remember 90 Day Fiance, hey Miss Sharon, if you remember 90 Day Fiance, he dealt with a lot with her. C Green says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, Michael. We'll see. We'll see how long he lasts here. I wonder if he's still a Donald Trump fan." But okay. So as TMZ previously reported, the exes were wed in January of 2020. So literally, hey Chrissy, where you been? They got married literally 2 months before the pandemic. That's when everything shut down. March of this year. Oh my gosh, it's 6 years since the panorama. Sally says, just got my live stream ticket camp. I'll be watching and sending my love from San Francisco. Thank you so much, Sally. I appreciate that. Yes, guys, go get your live stream ticket. Go get your live stream ticket. I have my live show this Friday. I already said I'm leaving everything on that stage. If this is the last show that I ever do, I'm saying it on that stage. I'm saying it on that stage. All right. So they got married in January of 2020 and split in 2024. Literally when he just got here. Just got here. I mean, if you watch 90 Day Fiance, then you know he put up with a lot. He put up with a lot. I'm not saying that Michael was innocent. I'm not saying that this wasn't a plan that he set up to come here. But he played the long game. And here's one example of playing the long game and winning, right? Playing the long game and winning. All right, let's move on from there. So before I move on, let me just, and if you missed it, Auntie Eva, thank you for being a member for 53 months. Set me free from, okay, I'll play it one time, a little bit of it, just for Michael. Mm. Okay, Michael. Okay, Michael. Good job, Michael. You won. You won, Michael. I think we're all happy for Michael, right? From 90 Day Fiance. They finalized their divorce after almost 2 years of, well, more than 2 years. They were married in 2020, but almost 2 years of trying to figure this out. Swolson says, I missed that song. Only you. Well, not. Apparently not only you. I am not playing this song at the show. So if y'all think I already played it at the last show and I played the full version. I'm not playing it at this show. So don't even ask. Okay? Don't even ask. All right. So Michael from 90 Day Fiance and Angela are officially divorced. I have been so out of the loop when it comes to 90 Day Fiance. So I don't even know if they've been back on the show. I know that they ended up doing that 90 Day Fiance. What was it called? It's like when they had the other couples come and they were all together on like an island, but it wasn't an island. Latoya says, "I'm dancing on the couch singing 'Set Me Free' from Michael. Thank you, Kempire, for playing it. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. You guys are part of the problem. Just want to point that out. All right. Can we talk about Beverly Hills? I know. But Beverly Hills is in the news. Erika Jayne. So, Erika Jayne is in the news, and this is a TMZ exclusive. They said Erika Jayne's shocking Real Housewives of Beverly Hills abuse confession is shedding new light on a frightening police response to her home. Because TMZ has learned the incident involved a suspect who refused to leave. During a recent episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erika Jayne made the revelation during a tense conversation with Denise Richards and Sutton Strack about Denise's divorce from Aaron Vipers. After a photo of Denise with a black eye came up and Denise explained it, Erika said that she had also experienced abuse in the past. She made it clear it did not involve either of her former husbands. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ a male suspect described not just, oh, damn. Let me just get into this. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ a male suspect described as a black man and a friend of Erika's. What? A black man and a friend of Erika's allegedly broke into her Los Angeles home on September 20th of 2024 and refused to leave. Kayla says, now why are we in it? I know. Our sources say the suspect was reported to be inside a bedroom at the residence, sparking a call to police, and a domestic violence report was taken. They reached out to Erika's reps. So far, no word back. I'm sure she'll probably talk about this during the reunion because, she talked about this during the season. Well, damn. Well, damn. And now she'll never date another black man, I'm sure. Not a black man. Hey, D Rich. Yeah, we're doing a vertical live. This is like an informal live. I do a lot of these vertical lives on TikTok, but I said, why not come here to my YouTube community, our larger community, where YouTube usually allows me a little bit more space. Right? Missy says, Erika must have hid this black man. Okay. Gadget Girl says, can't wait to see you and Taria on the live stream Friday night. Thank you for getting your live stream ticket, guys. Ticket information on the Kempire After Dark is available in the description. We're almost sold out when it comes to in-person tickets, but if you've been waiting, you still have an opportunity. I think there's still some premium booth seats left. But I'm also inviting my peoples too. Lord, look, might not be room. Hmm. Deborah says September 2024, and we're just talking about it. Well, in all fairness, if she's talking about something that was very triggering, like DV, I give grace. I give grace. Not like Gizelle, where she was dating a whole congressman conveniently off season. Okay. Jessica says Erica's as evil as they come. My soul shook when I saw her speak. No remorse, no emotion, no empathy, just fake tears, fake dabs, and now she snuggled with BB after Charlie clearly said no more. Well, damn. Tell us how you really feel. Okay. La La Charlatan, I think that's how you pronounce it. Any news on Wendy? Wendy. So you guys, when you come in and you ask about Wendy, you have to specify. Are you talking about Osefo or Wendy Williams? Because Wendy Osefo is dealing with her own legal drama, which we will be talking about on Friday at my live show. Get the live stream ticket. And then there's Wendy Williams. I have no update when it comes to Wendy Williams. We the only update that we've had recently was that Wendy was able to attend her father's funeral. Her father just recently passed away. I'm drinking water infused with liquid IV because it's warm. It's like a warm day. I just went for like almost a 3-mile walk. Mm. All right, keep liking the video, guys. We have over 1,000 people here. Let's get to 300 likes. Liking is an easy, free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. We are doing a bunch of different hot topics. We were just talking about Erika Jayne. Apparently, a black man, a friend of hers, maybe someone she was dating, went into her home back in 2024 and refused to leave. TMZ got their hands on the police report. You remember she talked about DV during this last season. People are assuming that this is what she was talking about. Mrs. Reeves, thank you so much. I just bought my live stream ticket. Miss Reeves, thank you. Um, do I have any info on how Mia Thornton is doing these days? Per Pereira Carrington? I butchered your name. I apologize. Um, no, I still don't know what happened with the whole arrest. She got arrested for was it larceny? Taking those people's furniture? I'm assuming she figured it out. She returned the furniture, and that's how they were able to resolve it. That's what I'm assuming because we haven't heard any other update since then. All right. Since we're talking about Beverly Hills, did you guys see the other story about Dorit? Lord have mercy. Dorit's home could be in foreclosure again. This is not the first time this home has been almost in foreclosure. If this was a black person, the way that people would be dragging her, saying that she's ghetto, she's brokey, she's this. People don't drag Dorit the same way. And they probably should. But okay. I just wanted to say that because there's always been money issues when it comes to Dorit. And I'm like, okay, brokey. Damn. I might have to add this is the one story for Beverly Hills I might have to talk about during my live show on Friday. I'm just saying, can we talk about it? With the amount of money issues that her and PK have had, if they were a black couple, if this was Angel and Bobby, the way people would be like, oh my gosh, she's broke. Here we go with another broke person on Potomac, blah, blah, blah. But over there in Beverly Hills where people have money, hey Kenneth, my Taurus brother. Um, if this was a situation over there in Beverly Hills where everyone else has money and she doesn't, okay. Well, according to Radar Online, they're saying Real Housewives of Beverly Hills favorite. Lies you tell. Who wrote this? Chris White. Give me your hand. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills favorite Dorit Kemsley is facing financial disaster with her house in pre-foreclosure after racking up a huge debt, and fans are blaming her shopping addiction. Not her shopping addiction. I mean, she seems to have one. Kemsley and her estranged husband, PK Kemsley, purchased their six-bed, six-bath Encino mansion for $6.475 million in August of 2019, using a startling number of unconventional lenders. Oh, hold on. Two of those filed a default notice on January 21st. This is interesting. Their money is funny. Their money has been funny. Even that burglary was funny. Two of those lenders filed a default notice on January 21st. Tonka LLC and Private Money Solutions, which loaned 600,000 and 150,000 respectively, and that capital is still outstanding plus interest, giving a total of $842,376. The loan was taken out in February of 2022, and the filed document suggests that Dorit hasn't made a repayment since September of 2025. But you know what she's going to do? She's going to say, PK didn't tell me about it. I found out about it like the rest of you guys. I had no idea. I had no idea. You know that's what she's going to say. Now, mortgage debt experts and California TD specialists have been drafted in to claw back the missing payments, or she risks losing the home, which is sad because of the children. I pray for the children. I pray for the children. If Dorit doesn't pay back their required sums, the home may fall into a non judicial foreclosure, meaning the lender could foreclose on the property at any time without having to go to court, which is common practice in California. In December of 2025, there was another default notice filed by finance firm Prime Recon LLC, which is owed a mortgage worth $5,196,750 plus $294,321 in missed repayments and penalties from April to December of last year. It's unclear from the records if this debt has been repaid. Why do, and I'm not saying this is uncommon, I'm not an expert in real estate, but I find it very interesting that their one home is bought with a bunch of different loans. A bunch of different loans. Missy says, "You don't even know my children." You guys got my joke there, right? Their home was bought with a bunch of different homes. Let this be Wendy right now. Everybody will be dragging her. Y'all need to drag Brokey 1 and Brokey 2 the way y'all drag Wendy and her insurance fraud. Wait, what are we saying? What are we saying? It is a beaut. It is. I have to say, Dorit's home is beautiful. I do like Dorit's home. I really do. Like the not the decor, but I like the home itself. It is a beautiful home. But apparently they don't really own it. But we've talked about that for years about do they really own it? It's a bunch of LLCs that are tied to that home. So I don't think she owns it. But apparently they got a bunch of loans and now they're defaulting on those loans. And you know what she's going to do? She at the reunion, she's going to like, this is what I was talking about. PK hasn't told me anything about what's going on with the finances. This is what I've talked about countless times during the season. PK just is not very honest. And now I'm just finding out with the rest of you about these loans. However, Dorit, countless times there have been financial issues that have come up over the years. You met this man when he was a brokey, you married a man regardless, and now all these things are still coming up. I just can't. I, I can't. I can't. All right. So they continue. It said in a recent episode of Beverly Hills, Dorit's credit card was declined at a Hamptons boutique store, with her blaming it on a fraud alert, which is possible. Which I thank God for fraud alerts because y'all know my Facebook account was recently hacked. Thank God for a fraud alert because they were trying to. How much did they? I forgot how much it was. Thank God. I got a fraud alert because now I'm like, if they had gone through. All right, let me see. Last year, her Beverly Hills hairdresser, Chris Dillon, posted a series of incriminating texts saying that Dorit owed him a four-figure amount from styling her hair for shoots and public appearances, such as going to an LA Lakers game. He later posted on TikTok saying, after months of begging, finally paid in full. Thank you guys. I forgot about that story. Fans have been quick to point out on social media that Dorit has a shopping addiction. One said spending over 4K on clothes in one sitting is wildly irresponsible, especially when her first car was declined. And I probably wouldn't have thought anything of it until we hear Kyle make mention of her spending and her finances. And Kyle knows her more than any of us would know her. Like, I wouldn't think spending 4K in one outing would be anything for these Beverly Hills women. But when Kyle makes mention of it, it kind of makes me go, hmm. One said, okay, another reckon Dorit is a shopping addict. Anyone who buys 4K worth of tacky trash in 20 minutes is an addict. That's not true. You know the internet. And cannot stop shopping. Her house is in foreclosure and they lack the money to pay their debt. She is mentally ill and needs to get professional help. I don't know if I agree with any of that, but if your finances are a mess, you probably should not be spending $4,000 in one sitting. Just saying. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty harsh on these social media streets. All right. Before we move on, I do want to thank Factor for sponsoring tonight's live. You know, on a busy night like tonight, Factor Meals makes it easy. You can get a quality meal in just 2 minutes, somewhere between the first warm weekend, which we just have right now, and realizing short season is getting close. Eating well stops feeling optional. Factor is how I stopped letting a busy schedule be my excuse. Fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs, ready in 2 minutes, no planning and no cooking. Quality functional ingredients, okay, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, and whole food ingredients and healthy fats, okay? No refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, and no refined seed oils. I love the fact that they have 100 rotating weekly meals to keep things fresh and delicious through winter. And they've got a meal for everyone. So if you want high protein, they got it. If you want calorie smart, they got it. If you're on a Mediterranean diet, they've got it. If you're on a GLP-1, they got GLP-1 support. And they even have now ready to eat salads. They also used to have, I don't know if they still have it, I haven't checked, like their ginger shots and things like that. They have stuff like that as well. Okay. So, of course, I've gotten you a discount. Head to factormeals.com/Kempire50 off and use code Kempire50 off to get 50% off and free breakfast for 1 year. Offer valid. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto renewing subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easy with Factor. Factor information and your discount will be available in the description. Fifi, yes, they are flavorful. That's why I'm a very finicky eater. That's why I enjoy Factor in comparison to some other meal services that I've tried. All right, guys, thank you so much for 343 likes. Can you continue to like? Continue to like. We are doing a bunch of different hot topics. We already covered a lot already. We already covered a lot. All right, moving on. I will say this. I did do a video earlier today talking about Regular Robin and Gizelle, talking about Wendy's case. Shout out to Taria Faison, who will be our hostess with the mostest. All right. And she has some tea in regards to what's been going on with the Osefos, because you know she's in those Maryland streets. And some of the stuff that she shared with me, I'm like, ooh, you guys say save that for the live show on Friday. So if you haven't gotten your live stream ticket, go get your live stream ticket or in-person ticket if you're in New York. Okay. So on their podcast, Gizelle makes an insensitive comment in regards to it because they're talking about the trial being separated and what's happening with the trial. They cited We Go podcast or What Else Is Going On podcast, Taria's podcast, and they were talking about what happened in the court. And as regular Robin is trying to explain it, Gizelle says, well, "So when is Pam Oliver going to trial?" Okay. Exactly. Miss Parker says, yes, the We Go podcast, not the We I Go podcast. Regular Robin. Oh, it was funny. Um, so Giselle makes that comment. I was like, that's not better than what Ashley had to say. So she's like, when does Pam Oliver, you know, the alias that she used, not according to Wendy, she did not use those aliases at any financial institution. She only used those for packages. In the same breath of saying, when is Pam Oliver and cackling going to trial? Giselle then says, you know, I've used aliases. Regular Robin uses aliases. She probably uses that. Regular Robin as an alias. Um, in saying all of that, she's just like, you can see in her facial expression and what she says after that, that she doesn't believe that Wendy used those aliases for packages. But you just in the same breath said that you do that too. So do I need to start using aliases for my packages? Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Mm. I was like, oh. But this just confirmed for me what I've been saying about Gizelle. Gizelle is not friends to Wendy. They only did. Chrissy says, "Yes, you do." Well, damn. Um, she's only doing what the network has asked her to do because if she wasn't willing to do it, they would have let her go. That the season after Candace quit. Your girl Pay Pay says regular Robin is her government. Robin Dixon is her alias. At least around these parts. Oh, really? K Monet says, I'm a nobody. Well, you're not a nobody. Don't say that, K Monet. I'm a nobody and I do it all the time. Well, damn. I might need to do that then. OMG. I didn't know, y'all. Going forward, I'm gonna use an alias. What about Kenny Hennessy? I shouldn't tell y'all, right? I should tell y'all. Kenny Hennessy. I told y'all a couple of years ago before I moved. It wasn't the reason I moved, but it was part of the reason I moved. Someone sent a pizza to my home. I think they were trying to be nice, but I thought it was weird. So that was another motivation for me to move. 'Cause I was just like, this is weird. But that wasn't the first time someone sent something to my home. So I was like, and I had a PO box. So yeah, not to say you would send pizza to a PO box, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So I was like, so when they first of all, it's Papa John's. I'm in New York. Don't be sending me no Papa John's. Secondly, secondly, I told that Papa John's delivery guy, I was like, no, I didn't order a pizza. Well, someone ordered it for you. I don't care. I don't know who sent that. I don't know who you are. Bye. Mr. Melvin Magic said, was it Carlos? No, no. Speaking of Carlos, I saw he did an interview with EJ Johnson. I'm not watching it. But it reminded me of my new obsession with EJ Johnson. Not in that way. Because God forbid, don't clip this and all of a sudden I'm EJ Johnson's you know what. No. EJ Johnson has started to post some of her I don't know her pronouns. So I'll use her, they pronouns. EJ has become like my new favorite thing to follow on social media when it comes to her fashions and her talking about her fashions and giving them a name and an experience and a personality. It's like my new favorite thing. It's sort of like this new reemergence, new rebrand of EJ Johnson. Now I kind of want to see them on something. But at the same time, I don't want to see them on, and I'm sure they've been approached. I don't want to see them on next gen. I don't because EJ is a big personality with real money. With real money. The only other person on that show that has real money, that villain guy, and Riley. Just saying. Riley is living her best Nepo baby life, and I love it for her. Candy's paying for her two-bedroom apartment. I said, I wish I had a mama to pay for my two-bedroom apartment. Just saying. Oh, okay. Okay. SK says I have an alias for my Uber Eats because my big back self is a whole different SK. You're right, Lakia. EJ has been that, but I love that all of a sudden EJ is now posting literally like a whole rebrand of their social media and just posting these videos talking about fashion. It's EJ is my friend in my head now. I just been loving. Oh, you're right, but he broke up with what's the name? The Zaxby's owner's son is too. Is he on this new season of Next Gen? Yeah, because the Zaxby's kid, I forgot his name. Sorry. Deborah says Magic Johnson's a billionaire. EJ's way out of their league. You're right, but the Zaxby's kiddo also has money. But EJ oozes, and they've done reality television before. Love exactly. Missy says I love him on Rich Kids. I don't know his pronouns, but maybe it's all of them. I don't know. We're all trying to be respectful. We're all trying to be respectful. But I would watch. Honestly, I don't need EJ to even go on a reality show. Make your social media your reality show. Everyone else does. I love watching the videos. I really love watching the videos and living the fabulous life. EJ's now isn't EJ in Paris now for Fashion Week? Okay. Yes, they broke up. They broke up. But I wonder if that's going to play out during this new season. Carla, that's a good question. Carla says, "Does EJ have money or is it family money?" I think it's a combination of both because I really have no idea how EJ makes money. EJ went to college, graduated NYU, but EJ is living EJ's best life off in Paris, and I could listen to EJ talk about fashion all day. I was like, "This is amazing." It's like my new favorite thing. New favorite thing. I've been watching for weeks since like EJ posted the first video. I was like, okay, wait a second. EJ's rebranding. EJ's coming to the social media talking about the fashions. The other day, EJ talked about, I call ahead. I call ahead and I ask them how many units of that particular piece, that shirt, that boot, how many units? Because I can't. If it's more than if I forgot what they said, more than six, then no, I don't think I can do it. I said, you know what, EJ? I aspire. Okay? I aspire. Deborah says Magic is very generous to his kids. I wouldn't be surprised that EJ's living their best life as a Nepo baby, and I'm okay with it. EJ, I don't know if EJ's posting on YouTube, definitely posting on Instagram, definitely posting on TikTok. The first place I saw it was TikTok, and I was like, this is my new favorite thing. My favorite show is on right now. Just saying. But that's me. Um, Alicia says, I want to write a screenplay. Should I contact Spike Lee or Ryan Coogler? First of all, learn how to spell his name. Um, I don't know why you would call them if you want to learn. I don't know if they have a school for it. They might. I don't know. But there are plenty of schools for you to learn, unless you had a script that you wanted to bring to them. I didn't got their number, but just say. So listen, I need to download TikTok again. I'm missing out. Or you can follow EJ on Instagram. Either one. That was a weird question. Mercury's in retrograde, right, Nikki? Um, Kempire, I probably missed it, but did you talk about Groundhog? I did not. I did not. But that's a perfect segue. Let's talk about Monique. So I did do a video here on YouTube talking about Monique's open letter to Whoopi Goldberg. And as soon as I saw the title, I said, did Whoopi say something recently? And she didn't. Because Monique says she's been reading what y'all have been saying. Apparently, a new thing has come up. Okay. A new thing has come up, and people have been talking about what Whoopi said. And she cited, I'll remind you exactly what she said in this open letter. First of all, there's a cover letter that says, an open letter to Sister Whoopi from Monique. In a quote, she puts, because I was a little girl coming behind you. I'm going to read this to you guys again for those that didn't see my previous video on this, okay? Buckle up. So Toya says, what did Whoopi do? Apparently from their interview back in 2018. I can't believe it was that long ago. Hold on, let me pull this up. I gotta pull up the old interview first. Let me see if I can find the old interview first. Yeah, it was 8 years ago. God. 8 years ago. And I'm not saying that Monique is wrong. If y'all need to go read the comments from the video that I did earlier, because people are dragging her. But this interview is from 8 years ago that Monique did. Okay? And I played clips in the previous video. So Monique wrote this letter because she's been reading the comments. Apparently, this has shown up on her feed. Yes, 2018. This happened. So she has pulled up the comments. She's been reading the comments, and people are saying, see, Monique, you were right. You were right, Monique. So Monique writes this letter. Hello, Sister Whoopi. I'm encouraged to send you this open letter after. You know what I really wonder when I was reading this letter earlier? I said, did she write this or did Daddy write this? Because everyone has said that. They feel like the motivation behind a lot of the things that she's done, especially when it comes to her career, has been her husband. Here's the thing though, she's still a grown woman. So I don't blame him completely. So she says, hello, Sister Whoopi. I'm encouraged to send you this open letter after recently seeing the video of our last conversation on your show. The tone of the comments today seems different from the energy 8 years ago, with many people now agreeing with my sentiments about not working for people or entities I don't owe anything to. I wonder, have your feelings changed since that time? No, her feelings has not changed. She says, I was also intrigued to learn that in 1993, there was an attempt to sue you regarding Theodore Rex because it was alleged that you had made a verbal commitment to the film. Your defense was that you never actually committed. You can imagine how confused I was when I discovered this, especially since when I explained that my only contractual obligation was to Lee Daniels, it didn't sway your opinion enough to stop you from saying you could have, quote, schooled me on doing what they expected from me. Even though Tyler Perry privately admitted on audio that he was wrong for saying I was difficult to work with. Damn, I have to add this to my list of things to talk about on Friday. I'm not going to read the letter on Friday, though. We can't eat up all the time. She says, even though Tyler Perry privately admitted on audio that he was wrong for saying I was difficult to work with, to this day he has not publicly corrected it. I really do think that he should, though, especially with the weight that he has in Hollywood. Just saying. Queen Shamama says, "What? Not me waking up hungry and having Kempire keep me company while I eat more food. How y'all? Wait, how? Oh, hey y'all. Mo is so weird. Lord have mercy." Kelani says, "Girl, shut up." She's not done though. Hold on. Let me read it for you. Even though Tyler Perry privately admitted on audio that he was wrong for saying I was difficult to work with, to this day he has not publicly corrected it. The reason I said we must look out for the little girl coming behind us is because of situations like Epstein Island and other powerful people avoiding accountability. People like Tyler Perry refused to take responsibility, while I had to take responsibility for refusing to sign up for an act of slavery against my will. The worst part is that another woman chastised me on a platform meant to empower women. So she's talking about this interview that she did with The View, where Whoopi was a part of it. And this was from 8 years ago. She says, now I don't know if your opinion of my actions was influenced by your former executive producer, Candy Carter's relationship with Oprah, or by your professional ties with Tyler Perry. But what is interesting is hearing you now speak about the importance of standing up for what's right. My question is your stance truly about standing up against wrong, or is it about standing with the right people? Okay, so that was part of what she said. She ends the open letter to Whoopi by saying this: I'll await your reply about whether you still feel you schooled me correctly. But I caution you, if you admit you were wrong, you know you'd be going against all the quote right people. So are you willing to do what's right for the little girls coming behind us? Or is your position still F the little girl coming behind us? I look forward to finding out because I was the little girl coming behind you. Love you to life, Monique. Mr. Melon Magic said, in the words of Dr. Heavenly, your mama. Excuse me? I, 8 years later, this open letter. 8 years later. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You can still see the View interview on social media. I play clips of it in the previous video that I did on this. I did talk about this. There are so many elements of where I do think that Monique is right, but I also feel like there is this other side of Monique, which we've talked about when she was going against D.L. Hughley and she weaponized D.L. Hughley's daughter's trauma. And then there was the issue with her own son. I know they've come full circle. We even reported on that. But there are those moments that I'm like, and there it is. There is that toxicity that I see in Monique. And yes, I know a lot of people defend Monique and say, you know what, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. But it makes me wonder, is this good for you? Like mentally. Jocelyn says, how is she empowering people coming after her? By publishing open letters? Stop. Because I'm sure she could have spoken to Whoopi if she really wanted to. That's the way it feels. Swolison says, Monique says it's been too quiet. Let me start something. That's what it feels like. Every once in a while, Monique will come out with something. But I will say this. I would have thought it would have been Oprah or Tyler Perry or Lee Daniels, but she's made good with Lee Daniels. But it's always something out of left field because I think she knows that no one would care if she had just mentioned Oprah and Tyler Perry because they would have just said, here she go again. Here she go again. So she decided to choose someone else. CB Ready says, I didn't think she's completely wrong, but I agree, Kemp. How is this even helping her career? It's not. Amara says her and Onika are trolls. Rose says somebody put her back in a movie or a show so that she can put her time to better use. That's the thing, though. Since she got back with Lee Daniels, she has been working. She got her Netflix special eventually. She's done multiple movies. She's collaborated with Lee Daniels. So she has been working. Maybe, and then she went on tour. She had like a whole tour. So I don't think she's hurting, but I don't know her finances. She could be. Because you know how they pay black women in Hollywood. Taraji told y'all. Mm, okay. Ms. Parker says that Monique is like the Septa on Game of Thrones. She wants you to do all the she wants you to do the walk of shame. Is that what it is? I mean, do you guys think that Tyler Perry should publicly apologize to her for admitting on audio that he told people that she was difficult? Am I going to add her to the list on the live show? I think I should, right? I have to. There's so many people to talk about. I think I should. I didn't. Do you see why every show is so different? It, everything that I think that I'm going to talk about ends up getting superseded by something that happens the week before or the day before. I live with Bev. I kind of feel like there might be something to that what you just said. I think there might be something mentally going on. I don't think it's just she's completely wrong. I will always say that I don't think she's completely wrong, but I also think that something mentally could be going on too. Chrissy says that Tyler should publicly apologize and she should leave us alone. That part. Ms. Parker says he should apologize, but I think she will continue coming back year after year. It makes me wonder though, because remember, I was literally in the audience when her and Lee Daniels reunited and he publicly apologized. And she's been good with Lee Daniels ever since. She hasn't said anything derogatory about Lee Daniels. She hasn't brought him up in any of her tirades or anything like that. So maybe that's all it would take. I don't think Oprah's going to do it. Oprah's over there living her best life in Paris, walking like walking funny because she can't walk in her heels, signing autographs, getting a little frustrated with people signing those autographs. I've been watching all the paparazzi photo. I love the paparazzi in Paris. They're so interesting. So interesting. But yeah. All right, I'm not done. We got more to talk about, and then I got to get out of here because I've already been talking for almost an hour, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. We're almost at 500 likes, but we have over almost 1,300 of you here. I'm not live anywhere else. I'm only live here on YouTube. This is a special impromptu Hot Topics live. I will add timestamps tomorrow morning. Can I rest tonight? Unless I put my laptop up while I'm in bed trying to rest and also trying to plot this live show. Okay? Be ready says Oprah said I'm finally 75 pounds. 75 pounds. I ain't got time. I can't. Joel says maybe Monique could play Miss Sophia on the next Color Purple. Honestly, she'd be an amazing Sophia. You don't think so? Thank you, Yusuf Foodie. I do need to rest because I want to be fully rested by Friday. So come Thursday, y'all might not, come tomorrow, y'all might not see me. So just saying, buckle up. I'll get back to you guys maybe by the weekend. Okay. I will go live though in preparation for the show. So just like an impromptu live. So make sure you're following me here. Just saying. I will be talking about Tyra during this live show as too. Both her, Tyra, and both her, Onika, and Tyra are all Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the queen, king of unaccountability. Sorry, not sorry. Really? Is that true about Sagittarius? I never thought about that. It is what it is says, oh, this is my first live. Now I feel a wee bit special for catching it. You are. Because I literally just planned this one. Your girl Pepe says, I'm packing for the live show right now. I fly to New York City tomorrow. Okay, Pepe. I will see you. There's a lot of people coming to the show. I love to see it. I can't wait. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you have a good time. Patricia says, that is not true. I am a Sag. I'm not getting into the fight. I didn't say it. But let's talk about Bravo. And it's leading me to think that Britt Eady, but I've said this before. You remember when we talked about Britt Eady filing a lawsuit against the network, I said, I might not like Britt Eady, and I might feel like she didn't bring anything to the show. And I think what she did to Kenya initially was wrong. But the way that Bravo handled all of this, the fact that they even shared it for season 16, I think she does have a strong case, but it's going to be up to her lawyers to really drive that home. But you also know Leah McSweeney. Remember, she was on Real Housewives of New York for a couple of seasons and Ultimate Girls Trip one season. You know, she's filed a lawsuit for a toxic work environment. She had all accusations against Andy Cohen, talking about Andy Cohen doing the Book of Sugars over there at Watch What Happens Live and encouraging other people to do it. You remember that? So she had a bit of a legal win. Don't forget, Leah sued years ago. She talked about this on Roni. Sued years ago. So she's a very litigious person, but she won. Well, it seems like she got a little bit of a legal win today. So according to Page Six, Leah McSweeney is suing Bravo and Andy Cohen, claiming that they intentionally preyed on her alcohol problem in a cynical attempt to turn her suffering into record ratings. The former Real Housewives of New York City star claims in a hard-hitting lawsuit filed on Tuesday that the show won its best audience figures ever with an infamous episode known as Scary Island, in which one of the stars appeared to be confused, irrational, and losing touch with reality. This is the original lawsuit that was filed 2 years ago. This was filed 2 years ago. McSweeney's lawyers claim in the court papers that knowing that she was battling with alcohol addiction when she joined the show and had a history of serious mental health problems, they saw her vulnerable condition as an opportunity to hit the ratings jackpot again by messing with her head until she went off the rails in a similar way. In fact, the papers paint a picture of producers all but desperate to cause her to relapse into alcohol abuse, trying over and over again to drive her to drink with a variety of methods, from coaxing to coercion to refusing her time in her schedule to go to AA, to retaliating against her for refusing to drink. And then the papers claim that when she refused to drink, they simply tried other ways to mentally destabilize her in hopes of being the on camera meltdown they so badly wanted. McSweeney, who has been open about her mental health issues and even hosts a podcast in which she interviews top medical experts about addiction and other matters, claims in the court papers that their alleged exploitation landed her in a psychiatric hospital. The news comes amid a flurry of legal activity concerning Bravo, drugs, alcohol, and sexual harassment. Just days ago, this is from 2024, the Real Housewives star Brandi Glanville claimed in a legal letter that an obviously inebriated Cohen sexually harassed her by telling her that he wanted to sleep with another Bravo star while thinking of Glanville, and invited her to watch the act over FaceTime. Cohen has claimed that the remark was meant in jest, but conceded that it was inappropriate. Remember that? And a few weeks earlier, Caroline Manzo, another Real Housewives star, also sued Bravo, claiming that the network and its producers regularly ply the Real Housewives cast with alcohol, cause them to become severely intoxicated, and then direct, encourage, and or allow them to sexually harass other cast members because that is good for ratings. Remember, that was her accusation against Brandi Glanville from the Morocco Ultimate Girls Trip that we will never see. McSweeney, who's being represented by Alderman Matz, the law firm that won a $4 million defamation case for Cardi B last year against YouTuber Tasha K, which is so crazy, claims that the network breached her rights by failing to allow her to seek proper care for her alcohol addiction, even though executives were aware of the problem. She's seeking unspecified damages. Okay? McSweeney claims in the papers filed in the Southern District of New York. Guess who also dismissed her original lawsuit and then filed her new lawsuit in the federal Southern District of Southern District of New York Court. Britt Eady. So I wouldn't be surprised that Britt Eady's attorneys are watching this case as well. Not Broke Eady, Lord have mercy. So she filed this. McSweeney, this is back in 2024, filed in the Southern District of New York that even before she started shooting her first season on the Bravo show, season 12, which also starred Luann de Lesseps, Sonia Morgan, and Ramona Singer, among others, she told the producers that she'd been sober for 30 days and that she was working to maintain her sobriety. But instead of helping her stay on the wagon or providing reasonable accommodation for her addiction stability, as the law says, she claims producers not only supplied Miss McSweeney with unlimited free of charge alcoholic beverages throughout Miss McSweeney's employment as a cast member on Roni season 12, but also encouraged her to consume those alcoholic beverages. The suit adds that the environment caused Miss McSweeney to relapse into alcohol addiction shortly after joining Roni season 12. The doc says that indeed McSweeney grew mentally and physically ill, which manifested into extreme depressive symptoms while filming a cast trip, much like the Scary Island cast trip, in which former star Kelly Ben-Simone appeared to become mentally unsettled. Her attorneys claim that an episode from that trip, which Bravo named Hurricane Leah, became the highest rated episode of the season, all due to the defendant's exacerbation of McSweeney's clear disabilities. So this is the angle that they're taking because this was a work environment. So she's claiming that this was a toxic work environment that did not allow or support her clear disability. Okay, but we have an update. So Leah, so this is from page 6 with an update today. They said it's the Real Housewives of the Southern District because Brett Eady also filed the lawsuit in the Southern District of New York. The judge in Leah McSweeney's case against Andy Cohen and Bravo gave the network's lawyers a fiery rebuke worthy of a reunion show hosted by Cohen himself. The former Real Housewives of New York City star claimed in a 2024 lawsuit that producers preyed on her alcohol addiction, attempting to get her to fall off the wagon because they believed she'd draw better ratings if she were drunk. Honestly, she was not better when she was drunk. After going several rounds in Manhattan's district court, Bravo's lawyers asked Judge Louis Lyman to move the case to arbitration. Remember, I said that they might try and do this with Brett Eady's case, similar to what they did with Nene's case. But again, it really depends on your lawyers. So, the Bravo's lawyers asked the judge Louis Lyman to move the case to arbitration, which would force the two sides to hash out their differences in private. But Lyman clapped back with some judicial shade that would have made the Countess proud. So Lyman ruled on Monday essentially that the attorneys had tried for a flashy case-ending maneuver in court, and quote, it was not until after they had taken the gambit and lost, and after they confronted what might have appeared to be the daunting specter of civil discovery in federal court, that they changed course. So basically, the judge is saying a little too late. If you wanted to move this to arbitration, you should have did this a lot sooner. In his decision, Lyman added a quote saying, arbitration is not a fallback position. It is not a second bite at the apple. So don't be surprised that when they're dealing with Brett Eady's case, that they're going to try and move this into arbitration instead of doing what they did here, which I'm surprised they did that here. So he said, Judge Lyman says, arbitration is not a fallback position. It is not a second bite at the apple. Rather, he said, a party with a claim to arbitration faces a binary choice, litigation or arbitration. One cannot have it both ways. Yes, Queen. Sorry. Yes, Your Honor. That's what they said. The case will remain in open court in the Southern District. The judge has previously dismissed McSweeney's claim that she was discriminated against as a recovering alcoholic when producers wanted her to drink, ruling that the producers had a First Amendment right to make the show that they wanted, even if that meant they wanted all their cast members to drink. That's an interesting take. This is why it's interesting. This is why not every case is going to be handled the same, because there's different judges. But he allowed her to proceed with her complaint about how producers encouraged her to drink, or as she put it, her claim that they directly coerced and harassed her based on her addiction. Bravo and McSweeney's lawyers are in the middle of requesting private documents and communication related to the case from each other. Cohen has denied any wrongdoing. Reps for Bravo didn't immediately respond to page 6's request for comment. So The judge has denied Bravo's request to move this into arbitration, basically saying too little, too late. So that's the update on their case. This is going to be an interesting case to watch, y'all. This is going to be an interesting case to watch. But we're going to watch it. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure you're following. All right, Q&A. Q&A. What do you guys want to talk about, or what questions do you have quickly related to the hot topics? Don't forget, I have a live show happening here in New York City on this Friday at the Green Room 42. There are some last minute, a couple of tickets are left for in-person and meet and greets. However, if you can't make it to New York, there are live stream tickets available. So go get your live stream ticket. You're able to keep it for 1 week after the show. Okay? They will send you the link before the show. So when you buy your ticket, they're not going to send you the link then. They're going to send it to you before the show. Okay? Foxy, do you remember when they sent it to you? Was it the day of? Was it like a couple of days before? I know Foxy has gotten the tickets before. Shout out to our King's Guards, guys. Be sure to thank them for holding us down. This was not a planned live. Okay. I think Karen's going to try this in 3 years. You think, Angel? Well, no. Remember she did the interview and basically said, the show saved me. Remember? Does Britt Edie have... Well, goodbye. I should know not to read his comments. Toya says, did you see that the Ladies of London shaded Meghan Markle? No. Did I miss that? Who will be hosting with you, Kempire? Marsha Taria Faison from the What Else Is Going On podcast will be our host. She also has tea to spill. Okay. Are white girls with black kids invited to the cookout, aka live? Huh? What do you mean? Everybody's invited. Look, everyone's invited to our live show. I wouldn't say our live show is the cookout. I mean, it could be. Swolson said there's a video going around with the cast of Real Housewives of Dubai where Caroline admitting that she's in the Epstein files and she's good friends with him. I haven't seen that video. Thank you, Jasmine. Jasmine says the live stream is a good time. I purchased 2 before. Thank you, Jasmine. Demi says, not regular Robin, incorrectly saying we I go. That's how we I go. That's how she said it. Do you think that Pam Oliver will go to jail? It's hard to say because we have not heard Wendy's side. And what I've learned from the Diddy case, I'm like, I need to hear all the evidence. And even then, hey, Freddie's World, appreciate you. Lakia says, right, I was trying to figure out when I was going to get the live stream link and can I watch it on TV? I don't know if you can watch it on TV. I don't know, unless you're able to. I'm not, because I've never done the live myself. I don't know if you can streamcast it to your television, because usually the media players are able to do that. Could Britney Spears end up back in a conservatorship? I'm not sure because it kind of feels like that's what they were trying to set her up to be because her DUI arrest now it's starting to sound fishy. Okay, Maureen says yes, you can streamcast it. See, I've never done it. Maybe I should do it so I can at least know what it is. I did just hear that Diddy got his sentence reduced by a couple months. We followed enough cases to know that there are these programs in prison where you're able to reduce your sentence. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll hear another story where he's reduced his sentence again. I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy's out next year, to be honest. Do you see Kenya coming back to RHOA in the near future? NASA, when you say near future, do you mean in 5 years? Unless they settle this Britt Edie situation really quickly. And even then, I'm not sure, to be honest. Ms. Melmac says, Cookie reached out to you anymore. Beyond the day that I told you guys recently, what was it, last week? No. At least I don't know, because her comments go to a special place. Look, a special place. Fab, can't wait to see you on Friday. You did both? So you got the live stream and you're coming in person. Well, Fab, I've suggested it, but I don't like to tell people how to spend their money. You sent it to me on. Thank you. You sent it to me on IG. I don't like to tell people how to spend their money, but I feel like when you're there at the live show, it kind of it's a great experience, but you forget some of the things that were said. So if you could watch it over the weekend after it, I feel like it's a good time. Even us watching it recently, members, you can watch it now. It's about to change though. I'm about to change it just to senior royals that'll be able to watch it for perpetuity. Um, you could watch my last live show there. Do I see Candace going back to Potomac? I could see her going back to Potomac at some point, but I think certain people will have to be gone. I definitely think certain people would have to be gone. Let me go to my Instagram. Let me go to my Instagram. Where'd you send it? See, that's the thing. There's so many layers to the Instagram. Oh wait, Stephanie, did you send this to me? Yes. Hey, Stephanie. Hold on. Oh, I remember this. We remember this. Stephanie, hold on.
Witch of the Middle East. You are the wicked witch of the. No, I'm a wicked witch. This is nonsense. Focus on being in Jeffrey Epstein's notebook.
Are you in Jeffrey Epstein's book?
Or whatever.
Did you know Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, met them. I was very good friends with all of them.
Ooh. She said that she was very good friends with all of them. A lot of these people are, because didn't she date Prince Andrew? Or the royal formerly known as Prince Andrew? Okay. But we remember that was from season 1 of the Dubai reunion. That was Lisa Milan calling her out. A lot of these powerful people were friends with him, including Carol Radziwill, who's going to be a friend of Ferroni this season. I'm not excited about that, but that's me. That's me. Okay. That's me. Oh, now that's a good question. Would you rather have NECA or regular Robin? Regular Robin return on RHOP. That is a really good question. Sidebar, for those that are coming to the live show on Friday and you're going to ask a question, make it good. No shade to anyone that's asked questions before. If you have tea to spill, fantastic. But if you have a question, make it good. Make it juicy, please. Because we don't have a lot of time for questions. But is my audio not syncing? Maybe GC, your audio's not syncing? Live chat, who do you want, NECA or regular Robin? Here's the thing. My initial reaction to that question is regular Robin. I know, you're shocked. You're shocked. Partly because I miss saying regular Robin, but also I know that she actually genuinely has relationships with these women. I feel like NECA is trying to have genuine relationships with these women, and I don't feel like it's authentic. I think she continues to invite these women to her things because I do know that NECA wants to be back on the show. It's very clear that NECA wants to be back on the show. So then there's that. But my problem with regular Robin was my frustration with her before. She really should have just took that friend of contract last season and came back. Okay. Well, okay. I don't know why it's not syncing. It might be just YouTube tonight. It's fine. But you guys didn't complain now, but y'all are fine. I appreciate it. I'm about to get off here anyway. It's the Mercury in the retrograde. Okay. I'm streaming from my phone. Okay. All right. My problem though with regular Robin is if she was full time, what are you going to offer us full time? Is it going to be more of the same? Then I'm gonna get annoyed. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get annoyed. Swoleston, it's thank you for me. Come out and come back in, y'all. Thank you, Swoleston. It might be something like that. I don't know. It could just be YouTube, y'all. It's Mercury's in retrograde, okay, Nicki Minaj? It's Mercury's in retrograde. So that would be my issue. That would be my issue is that if she came back as full time, are you going to continue with the same narrative about you and Juan? Because and that's the frustrating thing. Frustrating thing for me is because I know so many people that are in the DMV that reveal like, yeah, that relationship is not what it is. I don't want to see that. I'd much rather see her in a friend capacity. I'd much rather see her in a friend capacity. But that's me. All right. 2 more questions and then I'm gonna go because it's 10 o'clock. I have to rest, y'all. I need to rest my voice. I don't want to lose my voice by before Friday. It won't happen. But I also want to rest. I want to rest. It's storming in Chicago, so maybe that's it. Who knows? Let her roommate keep his peace. I'm sure he loves the fact she's not on the show anymore. People aren't all up in his business. Soraya says, I don't want to see her as a friend. Damn. I think it's because we haven't seen her in a while. She's given us an opportunity to miss her a little bit. Oh, GC says, by the way, Kempire, I went to my therapist and watched your replay. I'm glad you went to your therapist because GC was talking about missing therapy to watch our live. I'm glad you went to your therapist. I'm ignoring Miss Melon Magic and his questions. Anyone else have a question? Other than that, I'm going to go. Just saying. Oh, Missy says, who missed her? Not me. I'm not saying I missed Robin, but because she hasn't been on for 2 seasons, I'm like, maybe. But more like a friend of. Hey, Dina. Dina says Robin is probably the most normal of all of them, just boring. Ooh. Thank you, Foxy, for holding us down. When am I coming to Vegas? Hey, Nikolai. I don't know. I don't really have any plans to come to Vegas. Vegas is not my favorite city, y'all. Y'all know the last time I went for BravoCon, I was like, only highlight was seeing Adele in concert, to be honest. It also was, Vegas was not what it was previously. Vegas was with the Formula One of it all, like it ruined the strip. I was like, oh, it was like crowded. It's hard to get an Uber. I was like, oh, hated it. And also, yes, that makeup artist harassed me. I can't believe that regular Robinson Aries either. But if we got to know her, maybe we would like her. We need Kempire After Dark in Sin City. Honestly, that would be the perfect place to do a live show. I just don't know if we have we have a following in Vegas. I just don't know if we have enough. You know what I mean? Chrissy says Vegas is an acquired taste. Missy says come to LA. Missy, you know I did a live show in LA. Not last year, the previous year. I am overdue for another one, but I'm not planning any other live shows for 2026 because again, you see, it's a lot of work. There is booking it with the venue, figuring out all the logistics of booking it, tech, planning a show, flying, hotel, all that stuff falls on me. Kemp, who would you let sing your theme song? I would sing my theme song. Bloop. It's funny because I was talking with a Grammy-winning producer about my theme song. What if you did a cruise show? I know a lot of people want me to do a cruise. I mean, if it falls into my lap where something comes up, there's an opportunity where someone will handle the logistics of like that, and I can just show up, then I would love to do something like that. I would love to. Where I just have to show up, fine. Mm. So, listen, that's so Leo of you to say that. Really? Is it? Look. Um, Wait. Where are those comments flying? Hold on. G said, let me apply as your booking manager. You have booking experience, GC? And then I would heavily consider it. I'm going to get a show together. All you got to do is show up to the airport, your hotel, and the show. All right, Angel. You said it. I do it. Season 4, is it available, Ariana? Did I watch season 4? Or did it just become available on Peacock? Because I'm about to get off of here because I'm going to go watch it right now. Is season 4 of The Traders UK now available on Peacock? Because I ended up watching Celebrity UK Traders, which was amazing, which is like its own show. Oh, it came out like 2 weeks ago. Why did no one tell me? Why did no one tell me? Because I ended up rewatching season 3 thinking, I was like, wait, no, I saw this season, but I watched it anyway because it was good. Oh, bye, y'all. The new season's available on Peacock of Traders UK. Bye. Why didn't they have the husbands on RHOP? Because they don't have a lot of them. They don't have a lot of them. That's probably why. Yes, it's available on Peacock. All right, y'all. That is my cue to go. I appreciate you letting me know about that. I have not watched the new season of Bridgerton. Part of everyone talking about it makes me want to at least go back and start watching it from the beginning again. We want the Kempire After Dark cruise. That would be amazing, actually. That's like grown and sexy cruise. Kemp, is what the Traders season have you watched? Did you watch all of the UK and Australia? No. I watched Australia. I watched UK. I watched all the UK except season 4, and including Celebrity. I watched Celebrity UK. I haven't watched New Zealand. I don't think we have Canada's on Peacock. We thought you knew about Traders because you told us about the UK having a secret trader. Oh yeah, but I didn't watch the season because I only knew that because I heard while it was filming, while it was airing in the UK, but I didn't get to watch it. Oh, I'm so excited about watching this, y'all. I needed something to watch. Not that I really needed something to watch because I'm in the middle of also watching Industry. I'm on season 4 finally. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go. I'm trying to find Celebrity Australia and can't find the English version of Italy. I'm working on it. Hmm. Real Housewives of Miami is not basically Real Housewives of Miami is on pause, and apparently Alexia is back with Todd. And remember, the recent report was that Gertie and Julia were fired, and that one housewife, probably the third firing, they said it probably would shock people. It's probably Alexia. Yep, it's probably Alexia. Because you can't be with this man that just sued the network, even though they settled. He dismissed his lawsuit. I think they had a settlement. Honestly, good for you, Alexia. Choose your man over stupid reality television. I don't care. I mean, if you like it, we love it for you. I don't care, girl. Choose your man. So I think it was that. I love the Gilded Age. I'm fully up to date on Gilded Age. Loved it. I mean, basically, if Alexia is not coming back, Marisol, that's probably up in the air. Yeah, I heard Stephanie doesn't want to come back. I don't know if I believe that. Watch New Zealand the best. Most of the cast are real friends. Really? Satra. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Shout out to Data because Data will watch the replay of this, and Data lives in New Zealand. Data is a real OG. Some of y'all have been watching me a long time, but Data was there the night I interviewed Oprah. That's how far back Data, who has watched from, uh, has been watching my content for years. I'm on season 4 of Industry. I am. I'm on season 4. That damn show. Ooh, that damn show. All right, y'all. I'm going to go, but I appreciate you all being here. Again, be sure to check out the description in regards to Factor and ticket information for the Kempire After Dark, a live show happening this Friday here in New York City. There are some in-person tickets available, not a lot. So if you've been waiting, this is your opportunity. Go do it. But if you can't make it in person, there is a live stream option, a ticket that you'll be able to watch for a week after. So even if you can't watch it Friday night, you'll be able to watch it Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's final day. All right, ticket information will be available in the description, including everything Kempire, including our merch. I will add the timestamps tomorrow. Give me grace, y'all. Give me grace. I'll add the timestamps tomorrow. All right. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to our channel members. Thank you to our subscribers. It was the subscribers only live chat. So thank you all for being subscribers. And those of you watching in the bushes, thank you. If you're watching the replay of this, be sure to like the video. Be sure to get your tickets for the live stream. There's going to be a lot of information to get into on Friday. I got to figure out what's important. What's important to talk about on Friday. Oh, random. I want a Kempire review of some HGTV renovation shows. Oh, I don't even know what that would even look like. Because I used to love me some HGTV. I used to love. I haven't really watched. I need to get back into that because that's like my safe space. Like that's something I love watching. But anyway, well, thank you for that idea. I'm open to that idea because I do love that. All right, y'all. Everyone have a good night. I will see you all in the next one. Keep liking the video. We're almost at, we hit over 600. Thank you. I'm sure in the replay we'll get over 1,000. So keep liking the video. Easy, free way of supporting. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Bye, y'all. Go get your tickets. Bye. See some of you on Friday.